Hey, so I'm back. This is Jennifer with moneycreateschoices.com. I'm back with the second part of how to support your stay-at-home partner. In the first video, we talked about giving your partner some grace and like how they might decide to parent or run the household, and knowing that as long as things are getting done, or some semblance of that, you have to kind of allow a little bit of different perspective on how it might be done. Also, boundaries is this number 2 perspective you might need to share with your spouse, what you expect to happen financially within the relationship, or even just in conversations, and how you want to interact together. So those are the first 2 tips for how to support a stay-at-home partner. If you want to recap on those, just go to the previous video. And so now I want to talk about the other tips I have. So number 3 would be outsource. I was pretty, I dug my heels in the sand a little bit too long on this one, I should say. And so once I started outsourcing things, even with my money site here, some other businesses I have, creating virtual assistants, them helping me tremendously and seeing the value in that. But also at home, when I started hiring cleaning help. I have house cleaners come weekly, and I used to think of this as like a rich person's thing, and it's because I had this money culture from growing up that, when I was in the lower income bracket as a household, that wasn't something that nobody did that, right? And it just seemed like that was never something, I'm not that type of person that needs a house cleaning, but I do. The thing is, I do work full time. My husband stays home, but you know what? Our priority is our son, and sometimes I don't want to be doing household cleaning things. And honestly, my cleaners take probably 5 hours a week away from me, just coming in and doing full, basic bathrooms, floors, and dishes, and just cleaning the walls. I mean, clean the walls. I never really did that before, but anyway, stuff like that, just frees your mind, not only from having to do it, but also from maybe having resentment with your spouse about, them not doing it or whatever. Just know that, well, hey, on Thursday, the cleaners come, so I know it's going to get done, and there's no reason to worry about it at this point. So outsourcing was a big deal, and you even would be very shocked at how much it would cost. Here on the West Coast, things are more expensive than other areas, so we do pay $20 an hour, which is money well spent. So it's a lot less money than I make an hour. So if they can do it quicker than me, faster than me, more reliable, it's happening every week, it's reliable, then I'm all for it. So if you guys haven't checked out house cleaning, then you might want to start or at least try it out and see how you feel. It's definitely worth in the budget, because literally it's a couple $100s I spend a month, and that's just us maybe not going out to eat as much or something, you know what I mean? It's not a big factor in the budget. The other thing for outsourcing is just any little task that you find you're hitting a roadblock with. Maybe you need to unload that on somebody else, and this will free up your mental capacity to be able to focus more energy on your family, on things that matter, on projects that you're working on. Maybe there's a side hustle that you wanted to start, but you really just feel like you don't have any time for that with all this other stuff going on. So just consider different ways you might be able to do that, or partner up with a friend who can help you with different duties, like you swap taking care of each other's kids, that kind of thing, to give each other a little bit of space and break in order to complete a project. Doesn't have to be given money to outsource, but even time, exchanging your time would be a great way to resource that. But so that's number 3. Number 4, for how to support your stay-at-home partner, I think that couples often will continue taking score, and you just have to stop taking score. it doesn't matter if you did this in the past, you can't hold on to it years and years down the road. This really hinders your ability to kind of progress in relationship and creating that strong foundation to really come together and complete big goals that you have together, and that big commitment of a life together. You know, you just need to just ditch it. Just ditch the scorecard on who did what, who's doing what, this and that. It's not always going to be even. You might be doing more than your other spouse, but you might be doing less too, and maybe it's just different things, right? So like, even though I bring home all the money in the household, my husband stays home and he also fixes things. So he does all the home maintenance, the maintenance on our rental, and that's just a huge savings. So don't discredit other things that they might be bringing in. He also fixes our vehicles, so you know, we don't have to pay for maintenance and mechanic costs and things like that. So there's other things that your spouse might be bringing to the table that isn't financially essentially financial, you know, like totally just all about the money, but maybe there's some other things that they're trading off that you get for free that you didn't really think about, like, oh well, we do get to go stay at this, you know, hotel a couple nights free a year, which would be really cool. So you know, just different things that you might want to start keeping score in a different way in your head, just to kind of be grateful and remember all the things that they're doing that you really appreciate. And that helps you kind of put perspective on, you know, not feeling like you're the only one doing all this in the relationship. That kind of thing needs to stop, because that really can, you know, it's not productive. It doesn't help your relationship move forward. It doesn't make anybody feel good. So it's better to kind of go back to that. Have grace, have boundaries with yourself, and know that you need to kind of give each other space and outsource when you can, and stop taking score. So those are the 4 things to stay at home to help support your stay-at-home spouse. And it's a little windy today. I just got a little cold chill, but anyway, I hope that this was helpful for most couples out there. If you guys need any help helping with any of your financial goals, creating the life that you're looking for, and it really helps by getting your partner on board. That helps you guys progress so much faster, and at least makes it a happier process. It's a long journey through life to retirement and fulfilling our goals, so we need to really enjoy it and take the steps in order to get there. So you can find me at moneycreateschoices.com. See you guys later. Bye.